We are live and alive. Hello to my 0 viewers. Welcome back for whoever tunes in. We're going to start today's with a little Ruy Lopez video from Magnus Carlsen explaining it. And then maybe do a little lessons and puzzles and jump into it. I'm going to talk about this book that I grabbed. The Right Way to Play Chess. Very interesting for anyone of all levels. It's very basic to start. Explains the pieces well, where they work better. Like essentially like the queen in the center of the board. Yes, it's more exposed, but it's covering half the board. Same with knights, a little more central. They have more places to move and attack. So it's just interesting how it explains each piece and like pins and discover checks and certain things on how to take advantage with the piece to the best of its ability. Shout out to the one viewer in chat, whoever you are. And we're going to jump right into this video. Pause the music for the time being.
This right here is Magnus Carlsen's favorite opening, and in the next couple minutes you will learn how to play the opening like the world champion. The Ruy Lopez is also played by Bobby Fischer and Garry Kasparov. So if you want to improve at chess faster than everybody else, this will help you tremendously. You're about to learn how the strongest world champions play the opening. Most Ruy Lopez guides are really stale videos that show you a dozen different variations to memorize. But don't worry. Instead of memorizing 100 boring and confusing moves, your first move is e4. I think the mission of your pawn is quite obvious. Conquering the center squares and opening the diagonals for the queen and the bishop.
The reason I like the Ruy Lopez is because of how aggressive it is. You're kind of putting your opponent immediately on the back foot, making them react, making them choose what to trade with and early because of how aggressive you are.
Black usually responds with e5 to take back some of the center space and to stop you from playing d4, which would take over the entire center. The Ruy Lopez opening mainly resolves around conquering the center. Why? Look at this knight. It's attacking only 3 squares and the value of these squares isn't really high. What's the point of defending this pawn? Nobody is going to take it anyway.
I don't like this little AI voice that it's using, but we're going to run this video regardless.
If the knight was positioned more to the center of the board, it would attack 8 squares at the same time. If the knight was positioned in the center of the board, it would be even more dangerous, attacking the enemy's second rank. Combined with other pieces, this could become a dangerous threat. Obviously this knight can easily be pushed back. That's why both sides are trying to conquer the center. Once you conquer the center for yourself, you can place your pieces in those good positions and you can stop your opponent from doing so. We play knight f3, attacking the center pawn. After that, the knight just waits, and black plays knight c6, defending the center pawn. Now this bishop attacks the knight. Let me explain the mission of this bishop. Remember that the knight is defending the e-pawn. Let's say they play some move like this. You can take the knight, removing the defense of the e-pawn. Now you can take the pawn. But here's a problem. They just bring out the queen. There's no way to save both your knight and your pawn. You'll have to retreat your knight and your pawn is gone. So let's go back. You can only take...
Yeah, you don't want to be over aggressive either because then that can give them an advantage. Off rip.
The knight and then take the pawn if the queen can't recapture your pawn after that. Later in the game you might have a position like this. Now your pawn is protected and you can safely execute your bishop's mission by taking the knight and then taking the pawn. So
a lot of times you don't often have time to castle. Like they'll pull a pawn out on the A file or the C file and attack your bishop. I mean, it would have to be the A file, but to move you. But if they don't and it works perfectly, then yeah, a castle defending that pawn. I even don't mind the pawn push on the D file to open up with the bishop, give you more space, and then castle in it because it also defends the pawn on the E file.
Execute the mission. Obviously if your bishop is attacked, you'll have to retreat it, maybe even twice. I don't think I need to explain why losing a piece is bad. Your rook's mission is extremely simple. Let's talk about that. By the way, real quick, you just saved yourself hours of memorizing moves. There are plenty of variations that differentiate by whether or not you should trade the bishop for the knight. The simple explanation with the safe pawn replaces all that, and the rook's mission is even simpler in my opinion. Make sure to subscribe right now. I will make it as easy as possible for you to improve at chess. Your rook's mission is to go to e1. I mean, you can also study all these variations or you...
It's too punchy and clippy. I'm just going to go right into the lessons and talk more about my book, but It's pretty straightforward with the Ruy Lopez. You're controlling the center, being the aggressor, pinning the knight, or creating double stack, and all while not giving up your position in the center. Also, like, you don't want to be overly aggressive. Stop sharing this one. Let's bring in chess.com. Let's start with a couple lessons here. I did a night lesson. I'm going to do my first lesson on chess.com. So you're pinning the knight to the queen. Can't move that regardless. So in this case, pawn. What do they want me this side? Where do they want me to go? Oh my god. I was looking at it the wrong way. Obviously. For some reason, I thought black was going this way. Okay, cool. White is threatening to capture a pawn and fork, yeah. Which right here, so you just want to defend that square. Beautiful. So by using them both and getting them in a central position, it just gives you a slightly better advantage, especially with the rook being, like, depending on where they're stationed, regardless, they're going to have two full files, but this gives you a diagonal across both sides. Like right now, you're covering probably 50% of the board with these two bishops. Oh, I didn't even add it. My bad. I gotta remember to click add. So here, what is the best way to make white's passive light square bishop active?
This move does not help activate white's light squared bishop. Try again.
Oh, light square?
Powerful move. White attacked the knight and opened up several squares for the bishop. How can you use the liberated light squared bishop to win material?
Here?
Take care of your pieces and they will take care. Great job winning material by activating your pass.
We're going to go into one more lesson before we hop into the puzzles. These lessons are very fitting to the book that I grabbed, The Right Way to Play Chess. This is interesting, a very interesting read for anyone that's just getting into it. Even, like, I'm 1,000 ELO on chess.com, but I've played over like 7,000 games at this point. And I started on here, but it's interesting how detailed it gets on each piece. Like, you would start it and be kind of frustrated with it, just kind of teaching you how each piece moves, but it also goes into detail on where they're better, where they perform the most at, which obviously for a lot of pieces, it's more central. But by doing that, if you activate your queen, and especially if it's in the center of the board, it's looking at almost 50% of the board by itself, you're also a lot more at risk of being taken by any piece. So you got to be mindful. That's why knights central are very nice, especially when they're defended by a pawn, because the only real big threat is another pawn, and you can kind of understand how those move. But yeah, it just goes into big detail to begin. Then it gets into openings, middle game, end game, and it gives you a little teaser at the end with a chapter on advanced chess developments and openings, and it's not too tricky where it's confusing, but just enough where it entices you to want to learn more. So it's a very interesting read so far. I'm only a chapter in, and I love it. So let's see. It's got one on the rook.
Place rooks on semi-open files, attacking opposing pawns, or defending your pawns. Rooks are effective in batteries, working together on an open rank or file, especially the 7th rank. How can white's rook attack 2 undefended pawns? Very nice. Which
Pretty
pawn can you capture
straightforward.
for free? Well done. White's rook does a great job supporting the passed pawn. How can you ensure that the pawn will promote? Nicely done. White attacks both black's king and
It's
rook.
forced
on
to take
c8,
that, or you'd get a free
eliminating
rook out of
black's
it and
defense
defend it,
of
but it's
the
already
c-pawn.
defended once. So
Black just played queen e7, attacking white's pawn on e4. Let's set up a trap by castling. Black falls into the trap, thinking white forgot about the pawn. You got it. White's active rook
yeah,
pins the
that's
queen
why
to black's
being
king.
central is a little scary with the queen, because you're at risk of pins, discover checks that lead, especially with knights and bishops that lead to a queen capture. So you just got to be really careful when you bring your queen out.
How can white use the rooks to win black's queen?
How can white use the rooks to win black's queen?
You are dangerous with a pair of rooks. Black's queen is now pinned to the king, when white's extra rook should be enough. Black just promoted a pawn, but white is winning anyway. How can you win material? Good idea. What's next? Well done.
2 lessons are good to start. I mean, they're pretty straightforward lessons now. I'm going to jump into some puzzles. Shout out to you, CityloX, for helping me with the black screen. Yeah, I forgot to hit share. I'm new to this. All right. Can you find a way to promote a pawn? Black to move.
Can you find a way to promote a pawn?
And you run
Correct.
it up.
Well played.
You force him to take that, being your only rook on the board, forcing a trade. It'd be absolutely criminal for him to take your pawn, because then you would just start clearing.
Think about checkmate.
Black to move.
Excellent play. You solved it.
Quick. We're going to go for 10. It's 2 in a row.
Look closely and set yourself up for pawn promotion.
White to move.
One, two, three in a row.
Black
Great
to
work.
bishop. Promote to a queen and clear table.
Calculate for checkmate.
Black to move.
You spotted the solution. Excellent.
And the key is not to move too quick with puzzles. Like, really think about, like, rushing and just to get quick time. Like, you want to go for consistency. 10 for 10.
Win this game with a checkmate.
Black to move. Here.
Keep it up. You're doing great.
Can't go anywhere. Just trapped in a little box.
Try to win my knight. Do you see how?
How to win my knight? Do you see how? White to move. Yeah.
Perfect. Nice work. What's the only path forward? You're seeing everything. Excellent stuff.
Save everything. You force them a trade where they're trying to. A lot of times it happens in games too, where they force a trade in order for you to take one to open up a file on a bigger piece, but you're just looking at that and focus on that one square that you're all fighting for. So just keep an eye before you trade for sure. Let's do a couple more puzzles. 7 for 7. I'm trying to do
Checkmate is coming. Do you see the way to win?
I want to say rook down.
You got it. Well done. Oops, that's a blunder by me. Can you find out how to win my rook?
Black to move. I want to say
Good work.
this is a great track. It's one of my favorite ones on this app, Treetops.
Finish this puzzle
Last
off with
one,
a
let's try and go
checkmate.
10 for 10. Finish it off with a checkmate. We go here first.
Epic streak. You're solving everything.
Boom. All right, let's jump straight into a game. Let's see how we do. I'm just treading above level 1000 right now. It's tight. Try and use the Ruy Lopez and the Caro Kann if I can. Play a little more defensive with black. Force them to make the first mistake. I mean, if he wants it. We're going to defend it, open up the bishop files. It's a pretty nasty fork, but there's no way he lets me have it, right? I mean, I can still take and take. Okay, hold on. I don't think this guy knows what he's doing, to be honest. I mean, I'm just going to take the... I mean, it's a nasty fork sitting here, but I think I'm just going to take the bishop to start. Plus, it's not the end of the world. I can also defend it, which is crazy. Do I? Do I defend it with a pawn? I think we will. Keep that threat. It's a fine check. Take. He's going to take it with his queen for sure. Now we just got to find somewhere where this can live. I like it here because it strengthens my little broken pawn system. Interesting. I know what he's looking for. He's looking at this file. Second I take, he takes. He's going to be looking for a fork on the C file. So if there's a way, I mean, I can pin him for now. Because, I mean, I honestly don't need a castle for the time being. We're going to force him to double up his pawns. Now I can take it for a second one, but it also opens up. I think we're going to throw my rook on this file. He's going to take. And that's 3 pawn islands, which is kind of annoying. But it blocks my... Like, we're up 2 pawns. Yes, they're not in the best positions, but now we just have to take advantage of the multiple pawns for an endgame. Which is crazy, because, like, I guess... No, like... I might just let him have it. See, by letting me get my queen up top too, like, yeah, sure, this is always open. By throwing this here, I can potentially, I'm double looking at the one pawn he's looking at. If he brings it down a check, I can throw my rook here. I think we have to run it up. Your strength in pawns. We got to let him have that one. I'm going to throw this here. There's going to be no check involved then, and we're going to run the pawn up for the time being. Because this is crazy. Because now this is a forced queen upgrade. Yeah, okay, smart. But now what happens if I do this? He has to almost go back. I love that sitting on the 7th rank. Everything's pretty locked up right now. He can't check me with anything with his 2 rooks. That's the fun part about rook endgames. If you do have more pawns, I mean, we're even now, but I have one all the way on the 7th rank. Part of me wants to check and take and then run it up. No, we're going to run these 2 up. He's going to have to make a decision at some point because I'm going to be able to take for starters. Here. Here. That's a check and that's a move. He's not going to be able to defend both because my queen's got him blocked on this file. One part about this, he still can't run it up. He's got to pick. That's a check. This guy's from Russia, I believe. Okay, now if I go here, he takes, I promote that, it checks, and he loses a rook. So he has to take it. Oh, it checks me, though. You're so lucky, dude. I had to move my queen 1 space beforehand. Or king. Now we just have to run this up. We got 1 left. I can't afford to lose him. I mean, I can. That's a crazy move because if he checks, I get a free rook. He has to move that rook now. So that's a free upgrade regardless. Plus it's a check. Yeah. So now we're up a rook, which is fine. I gotta run it up. Have to give it to him. I think I gotta offer a draw here. No, I guess I can even right now. Here. Here. I blundered somewhere. And I want to say he still can't find. You think he's going to be able to find it? I mean, at this level, he should be able to find it, which is annoying. He's going to get a free upgrade. That was a nice move. I should have taken my chances with the rook. Ugh, nasty one to start. Quality endgame. Let's see if he should be able to find it. At this level, anyone should be able to find me with these two. Let's see if this guy knows what he's doing. So I still have a lot of clock to just burn out. In this scenario, you kind of want to cut off the board, so exactly what he's doing. Now I'm stuck to this corner. You want to slowly move me back into a corner. Yeah, I think he knows what he's doing. Yeah, now you bring the king down. It's inevitable now. We're going to end up on the same square. Yeah, GG's. Good game. All right. Now we can't afford to lose. And I got black again, of course. But it's against an American named 222. So I like my chances. All right, so he's giving me the center. This one can be kind of fun. I got no follow-up for the time being. I got to bring my knight up. We can force a double up right now with his bishop being in the way, which we will do. Now we're going to get the queen into play. That's still free. Depending on what he does next, I think we're going to castle. Actually, we might come crashing in. I like the knight living on this file. It's very, very annoying to deal with. Because if I were to take and for some reason he was looking at a... So this is double defended also, which is fine, but he's also not looking at anything. Can't come here, he can't come here. I think we take the start. Wait, what? Oh my god, I hung my queen again. There's no shot. We're going to get a rook out of it, but still... That is so annoying. It's made this so much harder than it needs to be. I got two rooks. Yikes indeed, my guy. We're going to try and make some dreams happen. Okay. He's looking at a check here. We're going to slide this under. The only check is here, and it's blocked. Move this up. He's not going to come crashing down and lose a queen for that. Yikes. Two blunders, two bad blunders. Obviously the hang of the queen, but that pawn push at the end probably. Let's see. Let's go into my my game there and just see before I immediately fire up another one. 3 straight L's too, which isn't good. I had 3 wins before that, but still. Okay. Game review this bad. Why is it? It kicks me to a different. I should be able to just review it off this. Okay.
A solid start lost steam in the middle game. Let's review with an eye towards
I didn't
accuracy.
play too bad. This guy just took advantage, and I want to see where the blunder was. 'Cause obviously, it was
You've
the
pinned your opponent's
second
knight,
blunder.
limiting a clear recapture. You get it. That pawn.
Yeah.
You can pick up a free pawn. That pawn was yours.
Grab the
You get a
pawn.
chance to capture a pawn and win
I was
material
doing
after the
so
follow-up.
much better here.
You missed an opportunity to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. You get a chance to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. This move doesn't help their position at all. Your queen is undefended, so
Massive
this move
blunder.
loses. Capturing your hanging queen. Well done.
And
Recapture.
the second blunder was, I think,
They made one.
moving that.
Nice. They are threatening to checkmate the king. Your
Pawn
better option was to
forward.
add a defender to a vulnerable pawn.
Yeah.
They are threatening to force
He
eventual checkmate.
immediately attacked. There was nothing I could have done. So two bad mistakes. Let's bring that screen back and run another one. Now we can afford to lose. And also, I need a game with white. So back-to-back black. Here we go. Use the Rui Lopez. Most likely. Unless this guy's got other plans. All right. If I lose this, I might have to call it for the night. My goal is 3 straight. I walk away. Because you're not just chasing. Oh, it's still black. Okay, here we go. We're back. Chat's a little active today because of Sotelo X2. All right. Free pawn. Where's this guy from? Yemen. I don't even know a single city in Yemen. Let's see where he's from. So we defend. No, honestly, dude, I can't believe I lost the 2-2. Oh, we got a second viewer in the live stream. Let's go. Whoever you are, shout out to you. You're coming in at a good time. I lost 2 in a row, so hopefully not 3. It's just a flag. Oh, okay. I mean, it's just a flag. I know it's a flag, but it's also a country. Like, what's this guy talking about? It's not a country. It's just a flag. He's also anonymous. This guy's very secretive. Like, top comment. If I could pin that comment, I would. Let's star it. No, the fact I should have just quit chess after losing a 2-2-2. All right, we gotta move my knight. Okay, I can't defend the pawn. All right, we gotta be smart here. Obviously, I'm not gonna lose the knight. We go here. We give him the pawn. We move the bishop up to strengthen. come crashing down. Yeah. We defend the pawn. This is defended. Tie game zone. I can still castle. Plus, there's a discover check available if he keeps his queen there. It's just a flag, eh? I don't trust this guy. I don't trust anyone with the username anonymous. That's moving sus. He is moving pretty sus. Alright. He's come crash. I also got him beat by a minute right now too, so it's okay. The fun part about this now, I mean, he could have just taken the pawn on the G file, so we are going to castle to at least defend that. I'm gonna bring my rook here, and there's a discover. Might even just okay. Now there's not. Let's go. Let's have that live here. We're attacking the queen, attacking the bishop. It's defended by a pawn, so even once he kicks this, I can let it live there for another turn. Yeah. Good call, good call. Now. I kind of like... Part of me wants to come crash now with another knight. Pawn up. Okay, he's looking for a mate in one. The only thing annoying though is when I pawn push this up, he gets my rook, which is a pretty nice move, and I can't take because it's pinned. So I think we have to sack my rook in this situation, which isn't the end of the world at all, but it's my only play right now to save mate. Got to give him my rook. I'm going to take with my queen because there's some fun knight moves coming down. The fact that he doesn't take it immediately is crazy. Okay. Well, we're going to move my rook then and just take the L on the knight, which is fine. This is double defended. I know what he wants me to do. He wants me to take with that pawn so he comes crashing down with his rook and steals my queen. The thought was there, wasn't executed properly, but you're up a knight, so see if you can make stuff happen with it. I'm going to try and be annoying and beat this guy on time, worst case. It's a must win. I'm sitting at literally level 1000. I can't afford to lose. I hurt my ego too much. I don't mind the pawn push up. Okay. I think we try and threaten with what's another. Yeah, you can come crashing down. So maybe actually leave that here for now. We gotta get rid of this bishop. It's pissing me off. Italy, bro, it's a Mexican flag. What is this guy saying? Also, I'm not Mexican either. I just started my chess journey in Mexico. But like, I get they look similar, but you can see the little symbol in there. We gotta keep him distracted in the chat. Bring that clock down. Okay. He sees what I'm attempting to do. This. I want to move this knight. I think I'm going to throw it here for now, just because we're double looking at that, and then pawn push. I'm going to play this really passive just because I can't afford to lose, and I already have him beat by over a minute on the clock. I got to get some spicy stuff going on in the chat, so you're just thinking about that. Mexican flag, ha ha ha. Sorry about that. But disrespect. It's interesting. He's got a mate right here, which is kind of scary. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How do I defend this? Can I not? Am I cooked? Because pawn push forward, he's just going to take. Oh, but then I have squares to run. That's what's annoying about this bishop on that rank. He just lives there. So if he takes that, I have to. That's my only move. And then once he takes it, this is scary. Oh no, we're good. Throwing the knight here. We're looking at that twice now. Yeah, you gonna mate me, my guy? Although, let's see it. Can't mate me now, boy. Where's the mate? Let's see it. I'm gonna spin around in circles because apparently I'm mated, so. Let's go, Anonymous. We found the out. That's why you don't rush, because I honestly thought about resigning that. But he's looking at this square. He can't come all the way down on the H file because I could just take it. His only square that he's looking at now, I'm defended by a pawn and a bishop, and we're looking at this twice now with my king and the knight. Yeah, the thing is, if I moved, I would have lost. Okay. I can take the bishop, but first I want to kick. I want to throw this here and pin here and then pin his bishop so I can get it for free. And tie the game again. That was scary. That was honestly sweaty. I'm happy I found that. Yeah, honestly, you should read a book on geography. Okay, now we attack. I was double looked at with my queen. He's looking at my knight, sure, but I'm looking at his queen, so there's no way he takes that knight. I hope he takes with the bishop, thinking that I don't have my queen looking at it as well. Because then we're going to win a couple. If he... My real country is? How can I guess what your real country is? I feel like, honestly, I have a better guess than he did because he was looking at my flag and couldn't even get it right, but... This is good. I'm getting him less concentrated on the game. Can you guess what my real country is? Okay, he's got a Yemen flag. His name's Anonymous. I'm going to say America. Yeah, I hope he takes this. I'm going to put, oh shit. You find... Oh shit. I'm in trouble. Pretending that I'm in trouble. I don't think he sees my... Oh, I can't say shit. Oh no. I'm in trouble. Because still, he can't take my knight. Also, it's defended. Yeah, it's defended twice, but he can't take it first with the queen. I hope he takes that, thinking... America. How do you not know what America means? Where's this guy from? He speaks English. Or Israel. Okay, wait, he moved, which was nice on his part. I think we have to take. All right. Hate's a strong word, my guy, but I feel you. Okay, what if I throw this? He's double looking at it, so I think I have to take for now. He can unstack his pawns. I can sack my bishop because his only check is this square right here. So part of me wants to take in hopes. Nah. We're going to slide it back. We're going to slide it back, cover the one square you can check me on. Thinking maybe that's free and I got a rook here. It's moving pretty sus. Okay, we still have this. Like... with the Yemen flag and anonymous okay, now he thinks he's gonna get a cheeky one on me, eh? I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna beat him on time. As long as I'm not stupid. I can't let him have this. We're going to get this rook into play next. Haha, nothing obvious though. I'm going to take his bishop next. It's a free bishop. I mean, he's just going to come crashing. I take and then he takes back, but it puts him in like a pawn square. All right. Now I can't. It's a nice move. I don't like where that guy's living because he's triple looking at this now. Here. If I go here, you can take, but I can't. He'll take. I take. He takes. I lose a piece, but I'm still up on time. I think we have to. I don't like the way the file that queen's on. Malaysia. Trades are happening. We gotta survive a minute with this geography major over here. I mean, did I? Take advantage of it then. You got 57 seconds. Yeah, I take. Can't move. Or else I get a free rook. And now we're double looking at the bishop, and if you move it, I get... Take advantage of it then. Like, how am I going to win this game? Down 2 pieces. I get my bishop back. So I'm only going to be down a rook. I'm up a crazy amount of pawns. I hope he takes this because then we get a bishop. He surrenders? Bro, you still have 21 seconds. That's so much time in chess. I mean, I'll take the points, but it's like, unless he has like a mate in one here all of a sudden. No, like, what? Let's go. Come on. First up of the stream. Win's a win. We're going to take it. Take it to the bank. I should get back-to-back white as well. Nice. Where's this person from? Uruguay. Okay, so I messed up the Ruy Lopez there in the beginning because I got way too aggressive. So that's the Ruy. And then it usually leads into a Spanish. I have to take it. What's nice is now both bishops are active. Sure, he's going to come crashing. Okay. I think we castle. I don't want any mistakes this game. We push. Give my king a little patio to smoke on just in case. We push. He's got to move it. We attack. Okay, that's 3. Pinned. But we do this. Nice try, my guy. You move too quick. Now we put this back on the save file. There's something here, to be honest. I almost don't want to block my... We're going to be safe. We're going to play safe this game. He wants me to, I can't take with that, so I have to slide this over. Part of me wants to bring my queen down. But if I open with this, we're both looking at that F7 square right here, which is kind of dangerous because if he ever moves that rook, and part of me thinks he will if I bring my queen, he brings that rook over. And then we have a lot of options. Because what, if I took, he brings the rook over, I check, and that's a free rook. So honestly, I'm going to try something here. In hopes that he brings that rook over. Ah. Lost a queen. Oh! I had to defend that pawn once more. I had a feeling. I have to take it because regardless, I'm going to lose it. It's greasy. I'm going to run that back after and show the correct move just because I'm not going to give up on this game. We ain't giving up. For cowards. Honestly, we're just going to protect my king. Move the knight. Can't take it. I'm looking at this now. That's a fun fork. Once he moves this, or if I take that. Oh. The thing is about that is now I could throw it here. If he takes, I take. Not yet. Not yet. We're going to attack the same file. If he moves it somewhere else, then we do it next move. This guy's moving too quick. Now that rook's trapped. Yeah. And that's a free bishop. Unless he takes with the king. I hope he takes with the rook. Okay. Almost free. Can't unpin it. What do we do? Give myself an area to run. Got 2 rooks in a dream. Just to see where he goes. He's going to check me for sure. Honestly. I don't know. We're trying some crazy shit this game. He can come over here for sure, but I just run back. If he doesn't, takes that potentially. Obviously, it's defended. If not, here, he's not going to take with his queen because then it's just going to be down to a rook. And he found mate. All right, we're back to level 1,000. Play one more. One more for the night. Stay above 1,000. Caro-Kann. Just about hit an hour. Let's pin that. I'll switch this track. Okay. Where's this guy from? Libya? Cool. 1,088. Bro, 10 points for a win. That's crazy. Let's freeze up this pawn center. We're not falling for that same trick. I don't want that bishop to live on that 6th rank. It's nasty. Well, I honestly want to open up the F file for my rook. and bring my knight into play. So he takes, I have this, and I'm looking at his queen. If he doesn't, I take, he takes, and I take back again. Once again, I'm looking at his queen, and I'm up a pawn. And it opens up my rook file. Okay, so I'm going to do that for sure. It's a free pawn also. 10 points would be big. And I only lose 6 because of how high level this guy is, 1088. I got 2 more followers on Twitch, which is nice. Let's have this live here. In hopes that he takes. Songs put me to sleep. Interesting. That's free now. I mean, I throw this here first, so he can't take anything. And then I take the pawn. We're just going to play this a little more passive, too. I play better when I'm not too aggressive and trying to force mate and wins really quick. We kick? No. Here? Here? That's all we wanted was him to move that, because if I ever take it, he's got his rook crashing down, and then it's scary. Come on, take the knight, thinking it's check. Next move is this next pawn in the center to free up these 3. And then I'm looking at his queen, so he's going to deal with that first. It's a good win. Defensively, or sorry, not win, but defensively sound. Okay, so now he still can't come crashing down. So that's another free pawn. I see what you're trying to do. I'm going to strengthen. I'm going to defend all 3, essentially. Got a second viewer in the chat again. Let's go. What are you trying to do? You smack me with a saw?
I got scared.
All right. Okay, so he's looking at, I don't even know what he's attempting here, to be honest, because there's not much. Once I move this, it's a little scary because that's a discovered check on my queen. No, I think it should be upstairs somewhere. Okay. There's something here. Here? Just to still defend everything and then run my pawn up? Whoever the second viewer is, don't be scared to get active in the chat. It's a banger too. Odo Visa by Ball Mule. Okay, bring that time back down. It's a big win to get back another 10. a banger, dude. I need calm music, so I play calm. If I start playing like, I mean, it sucks I can't play like Drake or J. Cole or anyone, but it's a banger for what you can play. I think we're just gonna run it up. Man, I want this square right here. It's a nasty check. Royal fork with the queen. Okay. Gave him a free knight. Perfect. I think we just continue to run it up. Here. Watch this. This is nasty. I mean, he has to take. Yeah. Let me take with this. You can have this if you want it. And that's a fork between his bishop and his rook. Pick your poison. Can't check me with a light square bishop. I'm on a dark square file, my guy. That was a nasty trade. Because when you offer multiple and you make them kind of decide on what square and they make the wrong choice, they'll aggressively trade the other pieces thinking it's the right choice because they led the dance. Can't speak right now. Pick what you want to lose. And it's when you're down to just rooks and you're up, it's a lot easier because like it's annoying with the bishop right now, but I just got to stay off light squares and there's nothing you can do. Okay. Oh, he's going to get one of the two now. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm actually such an idiot. I just made this so much harder than it has to be. As I'm talking about not putting on light squares, I put him on the same diagonal light square. So he's going to get one of the two. I had this in the bag. All I had to do is not put it on that square, any other square, and I rushed it. Oh. There's no way out. Tie game. Okay. Half a take. I don't know why he didn't take that one yet. What's he got? 3 and I got 4. Here. Here. I think we're okay. think we're okay. I think he fucked up. You should have been moving them all in unison, because just by trying to jump there with one, thinking you have the advantage because you have many, the second I defend it, yeah, he can put, no, he can't. He's fucked. He's got to bring it back. His best move is B3, to be honest. If he doesn't throw B3 there, he's fucked. Because it's blocked. Oh. See, now here is where I don't make the mistake. I run my king up with it to defend both. You can't defend multiple with one rook. You have to. I'm going to pull this up, pull my pawn up, and this up one more, so it's blocked. Then I'm going to take his. So now he can't even check me either. This is the fun part about this one. Next is this. It also defends this. Yeah. He has 4. I have 1, 2. Oh, he fucked up. Here. I'm getting a queen out of this. I'm getting a queen out of this. Or I'm stealing his rook, and then I have to make do. Sweaty though, because I think boom. Yeah, I think we're okay. He rushed again. So this has to live here, and I got to come running down. Here. He can't come anywhere here because of my queen. If he comes down, I take. And then he gets it. So he's getting one of the two. I fucked up there now. Where should I have thrown it? Here? Yeah, I should have brought my queen or king down. Have to. Now I have to check him until... I think I'll be able to... He won't be able to mate me, I think. Like, as long as I'm smart with where I move this, like, it should be a draw, and I get 2 points for a draw, which is kind of nice, but, like, one king move. I'll show you guys after on that one exactly how to win that game. It's pretty frustrating. Might fuck up here. I just gotta play smart. There's a minute left. Like how? Like how's he do it? I don't. Oh, my only out. Like come on, bro. I want to go back and see exactly where I fucked up because I made such a big here. It was right here. So he came crashing down, and all I had to do was this because it limits here from where he can go. He pushes this one, I take, and then I take this one as well. Like that was the TSN turning point. And especially if I came down here, plus I have this lurking as well. Like he can't do anything. His only move, if he does this, I take it. He can't move this anywhere. He has to move back, and then it's scary hour. So it's literally, and what do? I throw that here. The one blunder. Oh, that's so painful. I've made such good moves too. Because in this scenario, he's supposed to walk his king over. Like even here. I'm fucked regardless. I would get this, I guess. But it's just you gotta use both your pieces. And I have the stronger two as long as he doesn't promote. We'll play one more. That one's tough. Anonymous wants to be my friend. There's no way. That's too sus. I only lost 6, but that was an easy 8 points. It's frustrating. And I knew what I was doing too. The Philippines. Well, here I like this because he takes, I take, he can't castle. We pin. Double stack. This person doesn't know what they're doing. Then we're going to castle, and now we have a discover and a free pawn here, depending on where he moves. Yeah, now this is even nastier because he's pinned, and that's free next. So he has to bring his bishop back. Oh, he doesn't. I don't know in what world I don't take this. Have to. I'm gonna make this sweet and simple. Get back into the thousands and call it a night. I'm just playing mad too, so I gotta calm down a little bit. Can't go here, can't go here. Okay, resign. I kind of want to play one more now. That's how fast that went. Give me white. Okay, when people do this, I just kind of take the center. Such a strange thing. It's here. Now that bishop doesn't matter. Throw this here. You get like a little diamond. I'm going to throw this here almost. Oh, we'll go here. Triple look at that. Okay, this is fun. Because now it's a free knight, and if he moves, I get a queen. Chilly. Yep, free queen. Let's go. Okay. Beautiful. Like quick. I hope they resign immediately again. Well, this guy's just taking pieces for fun. Okay, I think we're going to play smart. Castle. Give him a patio. This person's not resigning. They're double stacked now. A couple pawn islands. We're in a castle. Solid 2 games. We love this. What's he planning? Here is crazy because the fork's still alive now after he moved his. When he moved it, he just pulled his knight out and pulled it back. I don't get it. That fork's live. Yeah, so now we get his rook as well. This guy's got to resign. I don't see. They're just playing. Are they playing blindfolded? Nice. All right, that's it for tonight. We're calling it. I want to play one more, but I'm gonna. Oh, they're rematching, so I have to. A lot of people do that when they get beat up just because black is a little harder. But if you know what you're doing with black, the Caro-Kann's nice. Okay, so now what we want to do is clear the bishop because once I move this up, both bishops are live now early. Dark square bishop and the light square is now past my pawn chain. This guy has no idea what he's doing. Here, no. He's trying to pull that little move on me that I just pulled on him. So now I just got to be smart. Here. I love when people rematch because it's a lot of times out of frustration too, and especially when they're black and they get white next, they'll throw it out there just to see. Next up, I'm going to bring my knight out to triple look at this square. One more win. I had to rematch this person. I was going to call it, but the fact that they wanted to play, especially after just donating me all their pieces in the first game, I'm now going to frustrate them with clock as well. So this one's alone. I have to take. Doesn't switch anything. I do want a castle, so I'm going to bring the knight out to double defend, so both knights are looking at each other. And then we're going to bring this out, maybe with a check here. And then castle. Yeah. Check him so he can't castle. He's got to deal with it. And this is the kind of person I don't mind trading queens with. I think I'm going to push. I don't like opening that file, but sure. It's a nice move and all. It opens up my rook file. I shouldn't have. I had a feeling with that. I should have left it. I should have moved this first because regardless, it's double defended also. And by doing that, he either gets a knight, I move the knight, and he gets a rook. So I have to threaten something of bigger value, which is annoying because I can't. What's a fun one is here, just because he's going to get it regardless, either a knight or rook. If I go here, he takes, I take, and then no, it's too many moves. I can't lose my rook. I have to. I got to give it to him. Got to give him the knight, which is fine. Let's get some epic moments going. Okay, so that's free now. And then I'm looking at his rook. Like, I don't mind trading with a person like this just because. A fun one is this. I defend, right? But now I'm also looking at, turn this down a little bit. I'm also looking at the F2 square. So if I can kick his bishop by moving a rook over, it's pretty nasty. Okay, now this is even more fun. But he's defended with that. I really wanted to. Oh, here we go. He takes. I wanted to throw it here, which would have been sick, but he put his knight in the right spot. Part of me wants to just have it live here for a second. Because if he moves this, that's check and a free rook, which he won't. There's no way. But now I can throw these on the same file and have three looking at that. So we almost sacked the bishop, but knowing that if he takes it, I get it back. And then it's a check. I'm already back to almost tied with the amount of pawns I've stolen from this guy. I can't get back another one just because I lose more points to this person because I stole so many in the last game. It's a must win. It's a must win. Got a minute on him now. Yeah, I'm done after this game for sure. I want to end on a high note. Your move, my guy. Honestly, I hope he almost castles on the king side because he can't. I mean, he can on the other side. So if he does, there's an even easier mate. This person's really struggling with this. The internet's fine on their side. I wonder, we got 2 minutes on them now. The clock's just coming down. We love this. Gotta give me more time to think too. So I hope he castles on the king side. Which is the only side he technically can't because he already moved the rook on the queen side. So after this 1v1 anonymous. I should. Honestly, maybe I'll add him just for fun. This person's just frozen in time right now. You're up a piece, but down 2 pawns. I gotta take advantage of having more pawns right now, so I gotta make sure they're all strong. We got 3 minutes on him now. So you really got to take advantage of this clock. If he moves that bishop at any point too off another file, like I hope he comes here and looks at the rook, then that's a check. His only position is here. What's he doing? Took all that to move a queen? But like, what? This is now even more interesting. That's a check. This is going to be another check. I don't get that move because I get, oh, he's looking at this. Okay. So we got to keep in mind. I either got to keep checking him. So he's looking at that file. This is another check. Which then forces him even further. But right now we're all looking at that square. Like that's, and once he takes this, I slide over. I almost want to go here to defend just to be safe. The only thing is he has no follow-up checks, really. I would slide over one. This knight's pissing me off. I think I go here. I think we go here. Yeah. Because he checks me. I run out of the way. Oh, I can't go over because of the bishop. But where's he check me now? He can't. Here? That mate? No, because I can block it. And then run. And I'm looking at borderline mate in 1 right now. Okay, so I have to defend. And now he can't check me anymore. So he comes here, here, here. I have all 3. Once this bishop fucks off, I'm looking at a mate in 1 right here. He has to move the queen. I think we sack the bishop. I think I defend all squares here. No, I don't even have to because I would just take with this. I need to do something to get that bishop off that stupid file. And I think this is it. Oh, no, because he'd be able to take that with his queen. Here? I think here. He pushes a pawn up. This is very interesting. Here? No. I need a space for it to run, so I might check just to get him to move. Now I have a space. Here. Here. I think here. He checks in between. That bishop's really annoying. And now I'm coming back down on clock, so I want to make sure the next move isn't a blunder. Here. Give me a space to run regardless. Everything's defended. I got to play this last 2.5 minutes smart. If I give up another piece now, he's going to be able to use the clock to his advantage, being up a piece and just trade. Left room up next to bishop. You know, this guy. Yeah, but I did this so I could go here. That's a free bishop. And then we're both looking at that square, which is basically mate. No, it's not a free bishop. I want to go right here. Oh my god, I almost stole that. Okay, we go here now. So he can't take either. I kind of want to go here, believe it or not. It's defended. I could then take this and go up a piece. I gotta watch my clock. I'm eating too much clock right now. He can't. Okay, now there's something. I'm on the wrong square for this. Here? Okay, here, this is a fun one. Here, I sack the rook, I check, and that's mate because this is covering his only out. Have to sack the rook next. Where can he go? Here to check, and then I run. Okay, I have a mate in one. I just have to make sure I don't lose it. If I go here, he can't do anything, right? He's like, there's no way he takes this because it's undefended, but I'm going to sack the bishop. Or sack the rook for the win here. This should work. I'm down a piece, and I'm going to go down another one for this mate. Because of this sneaky bishop covering his only out. That's why. This is a really fun one to end on. I just have to get rid of this bishop. But if I get rid of him, he takes with the queen, then it's still defended. I'm going to do it, hoping he takes with the rook. Fuck. Okay, now I think we throw him on the same file, and we beat him that way. Here, I'm going to sack my queen now for the win. I just want to stay up on clock regardless, but I think, because that's blocking his only out. Yeah, watch this. This is fun. Queen sack for the win. Get the out of here. Let's go. What am I down? What was I down right before that? Come on. A queen sack for the win is always so much fun. Down 14 when I did that. So I was already down. I was down a rook. And I was down a rook. Yeah, I was down a full rook, and then I stack my queen. I'm down a rook and a queen, and we made him because his only out is that bishop. That's how we're going to end it. GG's. Doesn't want that third rematch, eh? That was sick. All right. We're going to end it there. Thanks for tuning in to the two people that did.